Oh, okay. Well, welcome everyone to this exciting bout of ETF12 Prem action, ETF12 Season 26. I am Vito, I'm joined by Ombrack on the mic and Amik on production, and we are already onto this first mid. So what do you see, Ombrack?
I see a sniper from Inks, maybe trying to break the stalemate already versus se7en, and it looks like Lemming wants to go to the right side and maybe take it slow, and it depends on Melee, who's out on sewers, and maybe he's going to try to flank the team.
Yeah,
And choose
Kohlhaas
try
about
to
to
go
come in here, melee onto the medic. Raymond does a nice surf and gets taken down pretty quickly, but it's 3 on 4 right now, and this is looking pretty dire for Lemmings, and they're kind of boxed in. So Honey, he wants to get out here, but he just can't, so he's just going to have to use his Uber and now try to get out. But we'll see, here comes the counter Uber, and will they even be able to get out and choke? I doubt it. They're being body blocked, and yeah, the medic's just dead.
Yeah, like, they could have got like Raymond. He was so weakened, but he got it but just in time, and then it's a secure middle for se7en. Like, I expected maybe se7en to take this middle like easily, and they struggled a bit. So maybe this game isn't going to be as straightforward as we may think.
Yeah, but we are left with a pretty big Uber advantage, and they're not even going to wait for the Uber here. They're actually going to be a bit aggressive here, bit off character. They're just going to muscle their way in here, playing off of superior heals. Melee is hiding in lobby right now, but I think she'll just back off. Yeah, not going to take the chance there. And Raymond's still stuck on his Uber advantage. So,
And Honey is unvaccinated, so he just wanna bait the team. Ince is on sniper, maybe to get the hero shot on Raymond. So it's gonna be a hard push maybe for se7en because vaccinator is like OP weapon in defensive stance.
yeah, Lemmings definitely making it difficult here for se7en, but here they come. They're taking the demo and a scout. Demo jumped in very aggressively. He's up top, and the scout has taken them in very far. So far, Honey has gone down very quickly. Not going to be able to use that vaccinator very effectively. And se7en now just cleaning up. There's still a heavy that they have to deal with, but they are focusing him down as best as they can. And there we go. He finally goes down. Now there's just Melee up on 10 HP, and Poison is the last person alive, and he's just gonna jump into the skybox basically and get juggled by some scouts. So very solid push there by se7en.
What you expect from them? Like easy, nice push, really coordinated. Vaccinator may start to like may tilt some team, but not se7en. They're too good to experience to be like get down or something like that.
Yeah, Vaccinator is very good, kind of at the lower echelons of TF2, but when teams have too good coordination, it loses a lot of its effectiveness. Drakus jumped behind very early on this mid, but other than that, se7en are playing it kind of slow. I guess they're waiting for him to come behind, but actually Melee will go down very quickly, getting double teamed by both scouts. But here comes the sorter from behind, Drak taking down Honey. So a great coordinated mid here from se7en so far, and now they're 5-on-3.
Yeah, it's gonna be another mid. Maybe they're gonna go for them. They're not even trying to go for them. Only Sorex is still in, but E alone, as good as he may be, it's not enough. Like really good play from se7en. Maybe Melee overextended a bit and got picked by herself, and then just off one pick, se7en took the mid really easily. Like nice lane from Drak, got the mid into rockets, and it's gonna be a hard defense for Lemmings now.
Yeah, it's basically the same situation as forward. We have the Vaccinator once again, but they just have less time to set up and better heals coming out for se7en. So this should be more difficult, but let's see. They do the exact same move with jumping in the Demo Man and the Scout, and even the Soldier with them this time. So far, they haven't got any kills, though. Sorex is the first one to fall, but that's basically it. And Raymond will go down to a Heavy of all things. In's just doing a ton of work here on Heavy before finally getting taken down. This is getting really scrappy.
Yeah, Chris alone by himself versus two damages. Like Vaccinator can't do anything when you have bullets and explosive damage on the other side, and like Captain and Salash get the kills. That Uber push was a bit clunky. Like Ali jumped in, didn't get any damage, but when you use Vaccinator, you don't get overheal, and I think that's why that's what made the difference in the long run.
Yeah, you can't really win in that situation. It's either some bubbles or some overheals. You kind of have to choose one. Looks like Mel is going to jump behind once again, or so sort of just changing, taking turns going behind. So now once again we see se7en playing it quite passively and just going to bomb in the soldiers one by one. But Melee, almost got the medic there.
Oh, he's got a sick headshot on Raymond. Maybe they can get the mid. No, it's not enough, but getting the medic is like really good. Maybe they can finally settle on a stalemate and like settle what se7en likes, stalemate. Well, lots of fun. But In's got finally a good pick. It's a good pick. Maybe they can push over this or try something new.
Yeah, this is probably the best situation they've been in all game. You know, they're still holding last with the even Ubers, but, you know, that's still better than everything. It's actually still on Vaccinator.
For some reason, yeah, I think that's odd shoot. Like, why would you go on Vaccinator when the other mid died? Maybe they want to push out of this.
Yeah, and Raymond was actually on crit streak as well. So Raymond saw that both medics spawned at the same time and said, "Gonna get the advantage." But here we go. We have a very aggressive push. You were right. They were playing on it. Poison getting 2 nice kills, and Raymond's under a ton of pressure here. Does get saved by a scout, but this is a scrappy fight, and it's looking like Lemmings are actually winning this.
Yeah, like I said, why would you pick Vax? And that's the reason why. Because you can get fights way earlier than with regular Uber. You got the bubbles, and you can take fights, reduce the damage, and get some picks easily. Well done by Honey, nice pick.
Yeah, and they know they have a lot of time to work with. It doesn't really matter that Honey is building all of these bubbles, because it's a crit streak.
Yeah.
And once you hit with one crit streak, you basically have like one bubble left, and then it's over. And here we go. The crit streak has been popped, and so has the vaccinator. But so far, they're spreading out the damage really well here. And Poison will be the first one to fall. But look how weak they are. Actually, Lemmings seems to be doing this. They definitely seem to be getting the better. The In's even getting captain here at the end. So this is pretty much a one fight. Elikor getting Ali.
Drake is behind it, as they don't know about it. Maybe you can jump in. Nice play by Talash, who stick with his meds. So versus Vaccinator, you got 2 damage on the crits, and even if one bubble is popped, you can get the kill with another weapon.
Yeah, so those bubbles really denied the crit streak there. You need to hit like a couple of crits.
Yeah.
Because a crit's rocket will basically like drain the entire Uber. Or like one charge of it, and then if he has like 4 of them, it takes 4 rockets. Or stickies, or what have you. But Honey, he has 4 bubbles to work with now. They're probably just gonna push. You can't really play too passively with the vaccinator. You have to keep pushing, just snowballing.
And they want to be they have to be aggressive now, because if you let the other team build the Uber, you get screwed over. And they're pushing, like Mel's gonna double jump maybe on the med. She's on point, and the other team follows up. It's a really nice play, and you have to capitalize on the damage. Captain falls really weak. Drag, Ali, all the combo is really weak.
Yeah, Sorks actually takes down Ali and goes behind, but he gets dealt with. And Honey has snuck out there, but the Demo Man is under a lot of pressure. Looks like he got a nice pipe there onto Drag. The Elikor pipes are real. That's kind of Elikor's defining feature as the Demo Man, at least according to me. He has really nice pipes.
And now we see se7en with the Uber versus the everlasting bubbles of Honey, and the sniper with Talash. So there are 2 options now. Either you go on the Uber and you trade and you expect to win the fight because you have better DM, or you wait for Talash to get the nice frag. Maybe on Elikor is the carrier of Lemmings, I think, and push onto the kills.
The Vaccinator is actually really good against Sniper, but just as I say that, it's not good enough. He gets poisoned right away, and that looks like that's going to be enough for them to actually push in. Oh my god, Ince is so close to getting Raymond. He got a nice couple of shots off there. He didn't miss them, so that's unfortunate, but Honey has already used 2 of his bubbles and used another one, and they're not really being very effective, and I don't think he's going to get out. Yeah, no, he gets taken down, and Thalas even wins the Sniper duel, and some nice rockets from Captain will finish it up.
Yeah, like you just see the dominance of se7en. They have better GM, and even if their damage get reduced at some point, they just do more damage than the other team, and that just showed at this moment. When you play Vaccine, so you have to be really, really aggressive to, like you don't have overheal, so you have to be aggressive right now, or you waste the battle. And I think Lemmings just waited a bit too much, and I don't really like to run both Vaccinator and Sniper, because it's like they don't have the same purpose.
Yeah, it's really not the raw aggression that you're looking for. So once again, another mid. Let's see if Lemmings can finally solve this mid for them. So far they're being very passive. They kind of baited all of the se7en forward, and se7en has just taken top, and only now are they getting contested by some other soldiers. It looks like Lemmings have regained it so far, and Sorks will get the first kill of the mid. Fuscari falling soon after, and this is actually looking pretty decent. This position right now is not very good for Lemmings, but it's a 3-on-3, so anything is possible. And you have Sorks, who is just an absolute DM beast, and that's going to be enough.
Oh, that means was
Sorks just out.
Can he get the med?
Wow.
Oh, Raymond got the soul, really nice. He's going to go for the medic. That's like awesome if you can get Honey, but can he escape? Like now it's all about survival.
Oh yeah, he can. So some big plays there by Raymond, gets the salt, but now Sorks gets the Uber as well. They know the Uber is gone, and Sorks he just doesn't miss, man. He just keeps going forward.
Like the idea about behind the Uber was good, like be aggressive, they don't have the Uber anymore, but Sorks was alone versus like 4 guys, there's nothing much you can do. Lemmings should have waited to get people and then Uber in on last, now it's another reset.
Yeah, you only have so many bullets in your scattergun. You know, you only have 6. You need like at least 8 shots to kill an entire team if you're Sorks. So, unfortunate. But pretty even Ubers here. Honey is a little bit behind, and Ince is back on Sniper. So I think they'll just take it slow. Looks like they're securing lobby right now.
Yeah, and 7 is taking it slow. They have a Salash on NG, and Ince getting first pick on Captain, and maybe they want to make some room for the Sniper and try to get another headshot. Like, Elakura sticky is over the door, so maybe he's gonna bait Ali, but it's seen, and now we just wait and see.
Yeah, Ince is getting pretty far in here. Actually, he gets a headshot onto Ali. Ali, he was even covered in P. That doesn't really matter when you get headshotted. But actually, just gonna Uber in on the left side here. They spend a lot of the Uber taking down the sentry gun, but Ince does get a nice pick there on the engineer. So that could open things up for a repush. We'll see how they play that. They could also just go outside and like arrow build or something, but no, Sorks decided to just go in full on aggressive here. But so far, it looks like 7 has fended off this aggression, and they will reset.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, they're gonna push. It's a good decision. They have the damage. They have to take Spire back. Even though they like to play slow, sometimes you have to be quick, and that's what they're doing. Ali with the big aggression on choke, securing the second for his team.
Yeah, Ince doing a bit of a dance there and gets out alive. But then really nice repush there. It was looking pretty even, to be honest, and then 7 just hit a few more shots, had some really nicely timed aggression, and they managed to get back out. And now Raymond, he has a tiny Uber advantage. He should know about it. And they are going to just push in very aggressively here. Raymond going through the choke before he has Uber, so pretty brave, to be honest. And here he gets jumped, and there we go. He barely gets the Uber in time. And Drag actually goes down.
And the fight looks decent for Lemmings. Like, Ince getting shots again. He's really putting the Sniper to good use now. And Honey has a full Uber advantage. They have the numbers. They have to take Spire and use on last now. They have to be aggressive now.
Yeah, and they're gonna go through choke here. There's just a single soldier that's Captain trying to spam it from above, but Huascari goes down to Ince again. So Ince really doing a lot of work right now on the Sniper. So
they don't have points. They don't have points. Okay, yeah. Ince is capping. That's a good decision. You need the scout to do damage. Sorex it does a lot of damage. Jaber is popped. Captain falls right away, and the sentry is there. They have to take down the sentry. It's done. No Captain, and now they have to take the point. They have to focus the point.
Yeah, Ali is super weak up top, but as long as he's alive, he can still sticky the point. And this push has failed. Puskari does the final cleanup here. The Ince, he dies and he covers everyone in P just out of spite. But that will not matter once everyone's dead. So an easy repush. Drax actually going forward.
Full wipe when you don't have the Uber and the other team has the Uber. That's pretty strong.
Yeah, that's a good hold right there. That's kind of 7's thing. And Drac is now behind. He has been spotted now, and he kind of trade damage with a soldier here. And yep, the classic roamer trade. I love this. This always happens.
Vaccinator is back in the hands of Honey. They want to push out of this, and they force the Uber really soon. That's a really nice play. Now they have to go back and don't take too much damage, and maybe try to go back again. That's I like to play the way Lemmings play because they know if they play the game in a regular way, they're gonna lose anyway. So they try something new, maybe to surprise the other team, and it's working so far. I mean, it's like they haven't lost in 7 minutes.
Yeah, they're still running the Sniper with their Vaccinator though, and that can really stunt their aggression, right? Because right now, I feel like they should just be pushing.
Yeah, they should.
Yeah, and that's difficult to do with the Sniper. But here we go. They go through this choke, and they're just trying to get off bubbles, but Sork gets taken down. Basically, Sork got baited there by the entire team. So a really strong hold there from 7, and now they just have man advances, and it doesn't matter how many bubbles you have when you just have fewer people and different damage types shooting at you. So an easy second cap here coming out for 7, and they might even go into last.
Yeah, Captain and Drag played very well because they pushed on the flank, which had no heals because of Vaccinator. They get the kills, and now they have a free push on last.
Oh,
look at the clutch shot on Raymond! What a gamer!
That's crazy. I don't know if it's gonna be enough.
It's not enough.
Not quite, but that was still amazing. That was a really nice shot there by Ince, and Raymond taking it a little bit too far there gets punished. I wouldn't expect to be headshotted there for sure, but he did. But 4-0 is the result here so far, and Ali is very fast to mid. He is a jumper main. He's kind of flanking that right here. He's so much faster than Elakor.
Yeah, Ince is still running Sniper. He's really confident in his abilities right now, but he's getting jumped right away. But he gets post carry on the body shot. Nice job. And maybe Lemmings can take this.
Yeah, they're actually running crits to mid, so if they just survive long enough, they should have an advantage. Raymond even goes down, and so as long as Honey gets here and survives in time, He should be fine. He hits actually a nice arrow onto
Drag!
Eligor.
Drag with the middle on Honey, like winning the mid for his team. Really well done by the English Roma. But Sorex cleaning the frags, like he's a proven Prem player too. He can show it.
Yeah, actually the reason why Honey got killed there so easily was because he was so busy arrowing Eligor. He actually hit 2 really nice arrows onto him. He healed Eligor for like 200 HP there. And that was enough to make it a very close mid. It looks like Lemmings still want to fight this, and so does se7en. se7en has better heals right now. And will that be enough? They're actually kind of stuck in choke, and no, they're going to go out. So is that the first mid right now for...
Yeah, mid hasn't been capped yet. Like, nice play by Lemmings. They thought Ali wasn't there, and like Ali is the main source of damage for se7en. So when he's not there, you have to push, you have to take the room that is given to you, and that's what they did. Really brilliantly. And Ince is still on Sniper. I think he has played more Sniper than Scott on this game.
Yeah, for sure. And Honey is just refusing to run Uber. He's only using gimmicks. He's running Kritzkrieg now, and now there's an Uber in his face. If he survives, this is really nice. He's going to go out through PC. And so far, well, he did get out, but everyone else got completely mulched. So I don't think he will be able to get out alive. Melly is hiding behind. She might be able to block the point here.
Crit Sorex and win. That's the key. Crix is popped, but no frags, no Sorex. I told you to get frags. Yeah, like really good aggression again for se7en. They're really coordinated. Ince getting a nice shot on Ali.
Oh, maybe. But the forward spawn, there's like 3 players just coming out of forward spawn, just putting on so much aggression.
Yeah,
with a nice pipe. Holy hell. I don't think se7en quite counted on that. Everyone just spawned instantly.
Yeah, and in the end, it's really like sometimes se7en has a game, and then Lemmings out of nowhere get the advantage like on 1 pick or 2 picks, and it's really nice to see that they don't sit on their last and just wait for the aggression to come. They try to make something new to make the things happen.
Indeed. Things are kind of slowing down here. Honey, is he still on Kritzkrieg? He is.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, but let's see. se7en have been pretty fond of pushing so far this game. It's a nice change of pace, but it looks like they will finally slow it down. You know, they're up 4-0. They can definitely afford to just sit around and do nothing for a couple of minutes and just make it more and more difficult. You know, because the more time you spend, the bigger the lead is.
Yeah, and it's a weird use of crits. Like, it's a passive use of crits. You just wait on mid and see what happens. When you use crits, you want to be aggressive. Like, Eligor can hit really nice stickies. Maybe you have to make room for him. But I feel they rely maybe a bit too much on Ince right now, and maybe they should take the lead by aggressing a bit.
I think they're not relying on him enough. They need to crit him. Like,
oh, yeah.
That's just the obvious answer right there. It looks like they're actually rotating in through PC, and they're actually critting in PC, and Raymond is not in a position where he can actually be critted.
What was that? Like, what the fuck? What is this Uber? What is this Uber? You don't see anything from PC. There's the wall between you and the team. And why would you use the crits now?
Yeah, I don't know. That was very odd. I guess they just figured we will crits in.
They forced the Uber on Raymond's side, but still, I think it was a bit odd.
Yeah, odd choice of Kritzkrieg there. We can both agree on that. There's a small backcap attempt going on, but nothing really to worry about there. se7en now just pouring in through choke. Honey goes down, and now it's just a matter of cleaning up. Can se7en do it? Eligor actually hitting a nice pipe there before finally getting taken down. And it's actually 3-on-3, and Sore's going to come in here, but gets taken out by Puskar, hitting some fat meat shot, and Ince just... oh, that's so dumb.
The gimmick, the Jarrett is really OP, guys. I think we should ban it.
I think everyone agrees except for one admin, and that was enough. But Ince, he goes for the huge shot on the medic again. This time Raymond doesn't risk it. And Ali has actually gone jumper. Can he get there in time? We have a vaccinator in full effect here from Honey. He doesn't quite have bubble yet. There we go. Finally gets him. And he does pop them off. And Ali has now jumped in there with his sticky jumper. So no stickies for him, only pipes. And he's just going to jump in behind. He's definitely distracting, but he gets taken down. Okay, that was something, at least.
Yeah, I don't quite get everything what happened, but okay. And for the record, I think Jarrett is good enough and shouldn't be bad, but that's just me.
Yeah, so that's just hiding here. He's actually going for the backup now. There's a soldier there, though. He has to outfight him, and doesn't get him. Poison clutches those rockets and takes him down. A good job by him.
Still Vax, still Sniper. I think this game is dead forever.
Yeah. I've never seen a back sniper game this aggressive, I will say. They're just pushing on it. And as Honey gets taken down, and all Ubers are forced off here. And Captain is very weak, and he's kind of alone, and there we go, he gets taken down, but it's still looking very good right now for se7en, and Raymond actually snipes Sorex himself.
And Elacor is behind him, and I think that should be it. Like, he's gonna die. No, there's not gonna be spawners, and three people spawn.
Oh, they're just ignoring him. That's smart. Yeah. And Drax gonna put some time on the point. There's a pyro. Just baits him, and there we go. 5-0. Pretty damn painless. About 21 minutes of a game. Very
Never
strong.
again. Yeah, like you like Lemmings tried. You can't deny them that they tried to do something new, something different. They run Vax and Sniper, but the gap between the two teams is so big. In the end, gimmicking is not enough. They had some moments. They had some good fights. Insa hit some good shots, but like Ali was very very strong on this map. Captain was strong, and yeah, just what we expected from that game.
Yeah, indeed. I don't think any of us really expected Lemmings to have a chance of winning, but they have kind of been on an upwards curve. As in, they lost their first match, and then they lost the golden cap in their second one.
Yeah.
So maybe they're on an upwards curve. So if they just get a couple of rounds here, I count as a success, and that should be very possible.
And that's Reckoner. So like, who knows? The map isn't really known yet. There's still some flaws on every team, and before the game, I talked about, with Elacor about like what his team expected from this game. He said they wanted to get at least 1 point, as in like lose a golden cap or something like that. So maybe on Reckoner, like new map, new unlocks with plays, maybe this can happen.
Yep, indeed. And Reckoner, I think, is historically one of se7en's worst maps. So Amik does not have the map downloaded. Nice one. But do we have some logs instead while you fix that? Because I have the logs open, and I can tell you, you were talking about Captain having a good game. Yeah, Captain was having a good game, but actually Drac had an even better game. He did more damage on Roamer, so that's usually a good way to tell that your team was very dominant, is when your Roamer is doing very well.
Well, that can be explained by Vaccinator again. Like, Captain does damage to the other team combo while Drac hits the flank, and the flank doesn't have damage reduction. Maybe that's why.
That's a good point. Could definitely be a part of it. Also, it seemed like whenever Drac would go behind on mids, he would always just jump in and do massive amounts of damage pretty much every time. And he tended to just stay alive a lot because of the flank having a bunch of heals and their flank didn't. So that definitely has something to do with it. Puskari went 20-4. He had the lowest damage on his team, but when you have a KD of, I don't know,
almost 10, what? Like, his kill assist death ratio is like 9.3, what the fuck?
Yeah, and his KD is 5, so I think he's okay with bottom fragging.
We can say good game. And Puskari is a new addition to se7en roster. He was replacing Starkey, who left. He had 2 games so far, 2 officials. One versus Nunya, where he like outdamaged Talash on the 2 games, on the 2 maps, and now he has this 5 KD. So I think you can say he fits in pretty well.
Yeah, for sure. And we also have speaking of stand-ins, we also have instead of the Roamer Sesti, we actually have Poison subbing for him. I'm not sure why, but that is the case tonight. And just going to go through the roster of Lemmings. It's Sorex and Inns on Scout, or Inns on Sniper, as we saw. We'll see if he keeps it up. And then we have on Pocket, it's Cold Heart or Melee.
Poison is playing Pocket, and Melee is playing Roamer.
Yeah, that was definitely the case there. She's listed as Pocket on the team page, but
yeah.
She was definitely playing Roamer in that game. And on Demo End we have Elacor, and on Medic we have Honey. And that's listed as Medics, so plural. Gotcha. So yeah, Lemmings is a pretty I don't know. It's a pretty new team. I think this roster is at least. There's a lot of players that have probably played together in some sort of configuration before, but this is all the first time they all play together. And then they're going up against the Prem favorites by far, which is se7en, who only have some small roster changes. AMS has gone to Overwatch. I didn't even know AMS played Overwatch.
Me neither.
Yeah. As far as I hear it, he didn't really play Overwatch. He just got offered on a team, and then he just said, "Yep, sure." So now he plays Overwatch. Not sure how that works, but either way, they got Captain to come back. So the glorious return of probably the best pocket in Europe by quite a long shot. Not a downgrade from AMS in any way.
Not at all.
Yeah, and then on Scout, as you mentioned, Stack's gone. We'll see how long that lasts.
Yeah, because we all know you never really quit tier 2, so...
Yeah, they all come back at some point. So we'll see. But what's your predictions for this map? Do you think Lemmings will get some rounds?
I want to believe Elacour and say maybe there's gonna be some sort of golden cap involved in this game, but one of the main reasons why Lemmings stood a chance so long, like stood a chance, you know what I mean, but they got rolled, but still. They were in the run because of ints, hitting shots, and because Process is a very sniper-friendly map. There's sick sight lines you can snipe without being really like pressured. But Reckoner is another story. The mid is really clunky. There's crates and houses everywhere, so you can't really see as much as you can see on Process.
Yeah.
And I don't see ints hitting as many shots as on Process. So I'm sorry for Lemmings, but I don't see them winning any points. Maybe some rounds because it's, again, new map and maybe one of the worst map for se7en. But I think it's gonna be kind of the same game.
Yeah, I'm predicting a bunch of nice last holds coming out from Lemmings, and I think they'll even get around. So 3-1 for se7en is what my guess will be. So we are live. So we see Elico's gonna roll out through Toxic. I think that's kind of the normal rollout. Some people go through Cargo instead. Ellie seems to have done the same thing, and looks like it's gonna be a pretty hard right push here coming out from Lemmings, and so far se7en are just playing it very passively, and Sorks is just in their face already. Ali gets completely destroyed, just popped into the air and air shot it, and se7en are now just completely split up. That might be a good thing as they can now flank. But we'll see how this all plays out. Puskar will get Elicour, and Thalas will answer with another kill of himself, but the scouts return the favor here coming out from Lemmings, and now both medics have Uber, so this might be some weird ulti-duo kind of stuff going on. The first Uber will be popped for Lemmings.
And In's got a nice frag on Drax, so, but he got kind of dropped, but that's okay. Okay, so the mid goes to se7en. It was a weird mid because first Lemmings started with a sick double aggression. Well, Lemmings want to try to fight this back. Yeah, they're in.
Oh yeah, that's very aggressive. I didn't expect that at all. And but here we go. Looks like Poison will get taken down very quickly here. Ali, he's kind of out of the fight right now. He's going to need an arrow before he can do anything.
Is flanking. He's going to be on Oni right now. And he gets Elacour with a nice 2 shots, and it opens the mid for him.
Yeah, Honey's on 7 HP. I don't think he will be able to ever get out. Yeah, he's just going for sauce now and getting himself killed as fast as possible. So that's some good play. So Ince was stuck up against the wall, and he just get demolished by an easy rocket from Captain. So a very big advantage.
Honey is going to have the vaccinator.
Seems like a safe prediction so far. Ali is going to come in here. I think he's going to get the Uber pretty soon. Yeah, here we go. He's not even jumping with it. He's just spamming it. I think he was expecting Ascension to be there, but Honey walks out of spawn and gets immediately blown up, and there we go. Quick first round for se7en.
Yeah, the first mid was good at first because they had a really nice aggression. Lemming soldiers had a nice aggression on Ali, and then the team kind of split up with the scout behind and the combo in front, and the first aggression was good, but then you have to regroup and tank the hills and go into team fights and not like one fight and another fight.
Yeah, oh, Ali's doing the pogo, so that's why he's slightly faster than Elikor. So he's doing the pogo rollout. Cool stuff. Let's see if Lemmings can do better on this mid. Take it away.
Yeah, Captain is waiting. White Drac is
Ooh.
aggressing on the honey already with a nice rocket. Melee is trying to go back, but nice shot from Puskari and Talash. Get a first kill. Poison is trying as well, but gets cleaned by Talash. What a work by the 7 scouts on this mid. But like they're getting all the frags. And now 7 has a really nice position. No soldiers on the other side. You just have to walk on the point and get it for free.
And Sorx is refusing to leave. Actually does a bit of weaving there and tries to get the medic, I think, but doesn't get him. But yeah, that was kind of weird. Honey
What
is
is Honey
going for
doing?
plays. Did he hit the Uber saw and drop the Uber?
I don't think so.
Oh, well, that's a good thing, right? But either way, Lemmings were way too aggressive there on that mid. It was really obviously 5-on-4, and they just kind of sat back and then they got overwhelmed with the man advantage. So some pretty poor play there by the team. And now they're about to get punished as the full Uber advantage rolling into last.
So this round is all about Puskari and Talash rolling on the other team. They are on the river now. They have the frags, but Elak with the 2 frags, really nice play by the Demoman. Maybe he can salvage this for him, and he does.
That was a really nice salvage there. And they're definitely gonna hold last here, but might lose the medic though. No, it looks like Poison will get captain there just in time. Oh, that's kind of what happens on this map. You get a bunch of really crazy last holes because of how easily Lask is to hole. And you can just juke really hard, and Thalash will even get taken down as he tries to exit. There's still a soldier behind lines. He has been spotted, however.
And Ali jumped in. What is this game? So, the double pipe from Ali on Oni. What a play by the jumper. It was really insane.
And now the cleanup is in full effect here. Se7en might not even be able to do it, even off the amazing plays there by Ali, just taking down the honey. But still, crazy fights going on. Sorx is going to try and run into a soldier here. He gets him, captain going down. And if I know Sorx, he's going to keep running forward. But I don't know Sorx, he runs back.
Okay, so now Lemmings may want to push this. Like, captain is dead, so it's your source of damage out. But pushing out of lobby is really hard because you get spammed really, really hard again, and you can't really do anything. And that's why they retreat. I think they could have gone on mid, but they should have go from lower, which is kind of spam free or less. How to put it? Like, you don't get spammed as easily as on the lobby. Lobby has small doors, and you just get fucked right away.
Yeah, it's actually really poor sightlines to that lower area, so you end up not getting spammed as much, and you're really close once they actually see you coming. So it's actually a pretty good place to push from, even though it's on the lower ground. So it's kind of not something you'd expect, but it is the case for sure. Now we're stuck on the even Ubers here, and we'll see how they try to approach this. The normal thing would be to try and send in Drac, but se7en usually takes it a lot slower. And what would you do in this situation as either team to try and break the stalemate?
It's a hard one because no one really knows how the map flows, and maybe you want to sack, of course, but how is the question, because people holds aren't as efficient as on the other maps. So maybe you can pick a roamer who doesn't know where to stand, but it's not really up to se7en to do something. They're up by 1 round. They don't like to push. And it's now on Lemmings to try to do something. And again, I think I'll try to do something from lower side.
Yeah, it's definitely a close by. It looks like they're rotating the medic around to Toxic. Poison's actually behind here. He's so close to the medic, and they're actually going to Uber in here. So that was just a Poison Uber coming out here. And Raymond just milks that Uber to perfection, saves his team. And it's actually an even trade so far, but Honey, he even gets out alive. So yeah, that's one way to break a stalemate, right? They got so close in Toxic.
Yeah, one way to break the stalemate is to go by the only way the other team doesn't look at, which is weird. But again, maybe it's only because we don't know how to.
They're going under now, behind, and se7en took a really long time to actually react to it, but now they are reacting, and they're actually cleaning up really well. And now it's 4-on-2. And even with a sniper, they did that really well. So Ali is about to hit gets denied that kill.
Raymond survived with like a sliver of HP. Nice attempt by Poison, and I think it showed how people don't really know how to play the map. Kind of those plays were weird, like holes were weird, and in the end, se7en managed to get out only by out DMing his opponent.
Yeah, like just the fact that Poison like literally walked around the corner before he got called, like that's just bad team coordination there. But we have an Uber coming in here from se7en. They've been really good so far with these, and they take down Sorgs right away. They have to contend with a Vaccinator so far, but no bubbles online right now. There's one available now, and then Poison goes down as well. And just so far, it looks like se7en just taking one side of it and then taking it from there. And they're just cleaning up so methodically here. Honey actually just surfs in there and gets a nice saw. And then another soldier just spawns and instantly comes on the point, but it's just not enough. That was a really solid push. They lost no players.
That was really smart. Again, when there's a vaccine player on the other side, you have to push on the flank and kill the one who aren't bubbled, and that's exactly what they did. They got the heavy, I think. There was a heavy on top line. They just went on the side Honey wasn't, and they get the easy frags.
Indeed. So 2-0 for se7en. Looks like they are just as strong on this map as they were on the last one. However, there are a few more cracks showing, I think. It's not quite as convincing so far. But let's see if Lemmings can get a mid here. They were pretty damn close last time. And so far, yeah, Captain will be the first one to go down. And the positioning right now for se7en is really bad. They're trying to make up for it by jumping in people, but Drak is so weak. And they actually do get poisoned, but he trades for Drak only. And Ali is now caught in. He gets taken down. And for last, he could go for the medic here, but he decides to back off instead.
Yeah, Elakur had such a dominant mid. He just locked up Ali in the lobby. And
oh no!
Wow! Plus carry getting for the kills on Honey. And then Elakur, what a play from the newcomer.
Yeah, they just decided, nope, we're not going to retreat. Like, we don't care if it's 4-on-3. We just have better heals right here, and they just went for the medic right away, and those were some meat shots right there coming out of Puscari. And now they're going to go in from Toxic here. It's putting on a ton of pressure, and you can't really hold in that big door, or in that small door, I should say. It's very small.
Yeah. Like, it's such a shame, because, again, Elakur has such a great mid, and in the end, his team didn't really follow up. He got owned by Puscari, who had a really nice mid on his own, but that shows the weaknesses of Lemmings. Like, they can do something good, but they need consistency.
Indeed, and we have an Uber advantage coming out once again. It's not quite as significant this time around, unless it's no, it's not a Vaccinator this time around. Honey decides to just play the Uber, but here comes the Uber, and Honey is trapped. They got him. That's who they were going for, and they got that prize right there. And once again, it looks like they're just taking their own left side. They're just popping people. You see that Captain hitting a huge rocket, just surfing into people and just getting the massive damage. But actually, a lot of people have gone down.
Can Raymond do it? No, he can't. It's when you see that push, like all 6 players of se7en were on the same side, but this time. Lemmings had a really coordinated spam, so they could like do damage to all the people at the same time, and that was a really nice play.
Yeah, and se7en, they are contesting this, and so far they're doing a really good job. Melly has been completely stickied off right here, and yep, they don't make it out. You have to make it out of those doors if you want to contest these points, because if you just stand in those doors, you will get spammed out so easily, and they will have to back off here, but they do have an advantage.
And Thalash is on sniper, so watch out for the big headshot incoming maybe. It's not, Lemmings want to push this out. It's an okay pawn to repush because... Oh, it's the crits! The crits has been popped on Elakur.
I completely missed that.
But the sticks doesn't follow. And in the end, like, Thalash gets poisoned, Drak gets Elakur, and it was a nice attempt, but that way, like, getting crits for out is really hard because you only have 1 sticks. If you fail, it's over.
Yeah. And just going through that tiny little door is just so difficult. And once again, se7en just taking one side and then just start playing the point after that. And Falas even getting the honey pick there at the very end. And it didn't really matter. But good shots overall. And just really well played here by se7en. You know, they're just keeping their composure and just getting all the easy kills that they can get.
I think Thalash on Spy? No, he was just checking maybe instant sniper. So we haven't seen instant sniper on mid, which is what we expected a bit. But maybe that's what Lemmings needs to break the flow of the game.
Yeah, indeed. They basically won mid last time, though. It was just a tiny slip up that cost them that, and it seems to have been that way a couple of times. Drax's going to jump in very aggressively. He actually makes it out alive before finally getting taken down here. He does do a lot of damage, and se7en are now surging forward, but Ali is in a lot of trouble. Gets taken down by Sorex. So far, the scout from Lemming just doing work, and it looks like they have earned themselves a mid.
And that time they're not gonna lose it, so good for them. That's the first mid they won in the 2 maps, right?
Oh, Elico jumps in very aggressively here, and they've actually cut off Raymond. Raymond's about to get his Uber though, and there we go. He's forced to pop. They get poisoned right away, but Honey is not even close to being in any kind of danger, so he can just milk forever. And this is looking very solid, but no, he gets.
Oh, the pipes from Elico! He got the double on drag, but that's not enough. Only uses, and they have to follow up and try to get Raymond while they have the invincibility, but they don't, and they're gonna reset on second maybe.
Yep, everyone wins, right? Drag got the force and Elico got the double. So looks like se7en will actually push out here. They're one man up, and they're gonna play on the small advantage here. Just pulling off their best Lego impression here. Just pushing off of small advantages and making it look easy.
Yeah, it's nice to see that they know how to wait, but they know how to push when they know they're just above the other team. It's nice to see like proactive gameplay. And
Indeed.
now we have to wait. Again, no sniper for ints. And that's what all this. He had good shot. I think he should try right now because it's a really hard point to push because there's so many room to spam, and you tend to wait a bit, and when you wait, you can get headshot.
Yeah, they actually had a pretty sizable advantage here, se7en, but they decided not to push on it. They don't want to take the risk. It's actually one of the easier maps to push from second to mid on, I think. You know, if you go through that bottom area or through Toxic, there's several entrances that you can actually push from and get some nice jumps going and try to catch their medics. So a bit surprising there to me that they decide not to go for it, but they're completely comfortable just sitting back and taking it easy here.
Maybe it's because again the map isn't really popular and there doesn't feel as at ease as on the other map. Maybe that's just it.
Yeah, we saw a soldier trying to go forward there quite a bit. See, he could sneak in, and let's just remember that last time the thing that kind of worked was jumping or going through Toxic because that wasn't watched properly.
Yeah.
So maybe that could work again, but that it was the opposite teams. So maybe lessons haven't been learned. But they're actually gonna go through bottom here.
Yeah, Melly's sacking from under. She has no
get
rocket,
the air shot.
and she got owned. And now it's up to Lemmings to get some off classes and try to break the same rate. Or is se7en pushing?
It looks like a regular push, but Captain does go down, so they will back off there. I think that was just kind of a pseudo push where they just see how much ground can we get for free, and as it turns out, Lemmings were not going to give them any. So they will just back off, and now actually going in through lower, Lemmings being very aggressive, and they actually finish off Drag and get a pick here before Ubers get forced, and there we go. These are pretty even Ubers. Definitely a little bit better for se7en, but this could be anyone's fight.
And Honey got the soul, so like they got the advantage on it. So they can try to push, of course, but the spawners are gonna get here in like 10 seconds, and if you don't push right away and get frags right away, you get owned. So they have to be very efficient in this fight.
Yeah, looks like Lemmings right now are pushing in on the right side. Ince gets taken down, and Melly has gone down as well. So that was a bit of a weird push, right? They pushed before they got Uber, and now they have Uber, but they're 2 players down, so they can't really push either. So this is basically giving Raymond a free chance to get the Uber. But they might actually have caught him out. No, Puskar hitting the big meat shots once again, saving his medic.
And Poison is jumping right in the face of the heavy, so not a really smart play, my friends. Yeah, it's weird
that's a classic.
Because Lemmings had that window of opportunity, and they just blew it by maybe getting carried away, and like they had a nice push, so maybe they were like, okay, we had a nice push on second, let's try to do the same thing on last. But the situation were not the same, and yeah, these mistakes are pretty big because they make you lose rounds or not winning them.
Yeah, they're pushing in through lower here. Poison going for the demo man. That's pretty interesting. Actually hits a nice little air shot there onto Ali. And so far, 3 players have been dropped before the Uber gets popped. Ali's not happy. And there we go. They might actually be able to pop it off. Yeah. Just completely fended off. Thalas is now forward. I think they're going to have to Uber on him. Yeah, there we go.
Can he make it? Get one frag. He has to go for Oni now. But he misses. He beefs. He beefs so hard.
And he's getting bounced around by soldiers now. And this is very difficult. Yeah, there we go. Melee hit.
Raymond, the medic duel on the lower ground.
Oh, honorable medic duel. Oh,
Backstab.
there we go.
Only won, but lost somehow. But what was that? This sequence of gameplay has been completely iffy. There's no structure anymore. It's just like a DM fest all around.
Yeah,
and when you DM se7en, just expect to lose because they're just better than you.
Yeah, some DM shining through here. Puskai with the 4 dominations right now.
But
It's
the
actually a
backup is on?
Oh, who's that? That's Elacour. And he gets it. Nice job by him. He's gonna get overwhelmed here for sure. And not get out alive, but that was still worth it for sure.
Yeah, that completely slows down se7en, and Ali falls in the meantime. So it's really nice play by the French demo man.
Yeah, Ince goes down there. He was going for Drac, and Drac survives on 60 HP and gets an arrow, and now he's completely healthy. So even Ubers once again. se7en are up 1 person right now, so they could actually push in, and it looks like they are actually going to. That's pretty ballsy right now. So I like it. Honey gets almost air shot there, but he survives. And it looks like se7en has finally backed off here.
That was a nice play because Elacour just had spawn, so he wasn't on mid. He couldn't have locked up entrances with stickies. So it was a cool try, but in the end didn't work out because Lemmings fell out pretty bad, fell out, and it was really nice. They play nice right now. They have some coordination, and it's a shame they didn't coordinate as much on the previous time on the map.
Yeah, Ince says he's finally gone sniper. This is a pretty normal place to go sniper, I'd say. The sight line in cargo is pretty nice, and from bottom as well. He actually had a small view there of the medic, but I guess his aimbot wasn't quite adjusted right, so he just doesn't pull the trigger. And he's going very far forward here in cargo. Gets almost rushed down by a scout, but he survives. But actually, Uber has just gonna come in here. They're just gonna exchange Uber and try to get out, and then play from there. But a soldier has been caught. Yeah, it goes down. That's poison. Getting caught inside here. But so far, that's the only real casualty.
Yeah, that was a weird Uber because, again, they tend to single Uber on poison and it doesn't work out because he's alone, and even if he does damage, there's no one to follow up what he does. And you can see like he had a decent Uber, but decent isn't enough because then you get completely blown away.
Yeah, Pascal getting more kills, just farming everyone here. He just never seems to die. I can't remember the last time I saw Pascal die. That's usually a good sign as far as scouts goes. And Drac will actually get taken down here by Sorix. So this is looking a little bit sketchy for se7en. They could definitely get flanked and get overwhelmed in different positions here, but it looks like no one from Lemmings feel like going forward. Honey's on 100% Uber, but he is on 50% health. So
yeah, he barely survived on the aggression, and that caused the Lemmings to hold on last with instant sniper and no other off classes. So they may try to be a little aggressive on this.
Kind of surprised we haven't seen much engineer on last. That's usually the go-to move. It's just so strong.
Yeah, you hide it in the bushes, no one can see it, and then Sentry get the frags.
Yeah, and also even if you know it's there, you have to go so far in to actually be able to shoot at it. So it's just a solid position. And you can't really tell it's there before you go in. So In's gonna be pretty aggressive here in lobby. No, he can be a true hero. Do it, Ince. I'll put you in a frag movie. Do it. Oh, Ali's about to do it. He's gonna do the skip jump in.
Oh,
and he gets the medic.
What the fuck, Ali? What a jump on Honey!
Wow. The Ali classic is what that was, and it was beautiful.
That was insane.
It works every time, apparently.
Yeah, you know it's gonna happen, but it happens and you die. Oh, Helacour get the drop on Raymond with nice ticket trap. What is going on? But in the end, I remember a fight in process where Ince got the drop on Raymond, and then se7en capped the point anyway. It just happened all over again.
Yeah, that was some real chaos right there.
Well, that play from Ali was completely insane. It was like, wow, that
Yeah,
double sticky jump on Honey, and it's very hard to use on this because you just like I can't really use on a demo who does double jump me, but you should because you drop.
yeah. He even like kind of jumped in wrong, as in like he didn't. Like I don't think the medic was where he expected him to be, so he had to do a lot of flicking and strafing, and he still made it work. Let's see. So far, everyone from Lemmings are just bunch up really hard, and they take so much damage from these stickies. And here comes Drac, just jumping in, cleaning up on this damage, and that is so brutal right now to watch. Look at everyone just standing in corners and getting smashed. Yeah, everyone was so bunched up from Lemmings.
That's just impressive. Like 7 play all the other players on the same spots, and so they have a really nice focus. Like everyone who's aggressive just die right away, and it's really nice to see how they play together.
Yeah,
Someone's
so
behind.
yeah, as he usually does. Ali is kind of stuck in behind. It looks like he's going to jump away, so he's kind of fine. Ins has died once again, though, going for the hero shots. And Ali even takes down Sorix. Ali had no business of winning that fight, but he did anyway. And it's just one soldier and a medic. They do have a bubble to work with, but it's not enough. And there we go, 5-0. It was looking kind of promising for Lemmings for a short period there, but eventually the 7 was just too strong.
Yeah, just they're the best team in Europe. They just show it right now. Like Lemmings again, they had some moments, but really small moments, tiny windows of opportunities. And in the end, you just get punished because you're just not good enough. Like no offense to Lemmings, but 7 is just too strong.
Yeah, indeed. 7 right now are 3-0. They've won all their games, but they've only played the bottom 3 teams in Prem so far. So maybe we can't put too much stock into that. And I don't know how you would describe this, because Lemmings, they lost their first 2 matches. Would you say that they're on an upward spiral, or did they just put a dent in their wheel?
Well, they were before this game, and now what is going to be interesting is to see how they will rebound from this. Either they just fall apart, lose the next game, and maybe like drop the competition, or they just say, okay, we played 7, they're the best team, just forget it and move on.
Yeah, it can be very frustrating to lose this emphatically, but it's something you'd kind of have to get used to if you want to be part of Prem.
Yeah,
And,
they improved a lot between the beginning of the season and now. So they have just to keep practicing. I think they're on the good way. They lost the first 3 game, but like next game for them is Opander, so it could be a sizable opponent, and they have to take the points when it matters versus the team of the same skill level.
Yeah, let's talk some stats real quick. Top damage was Captain with 349 damage per minute. Very, very, very strong. Looks like Drac has gone back down to Romer stats, going 12 for 13. But as I mentioned halfway through it, Puskari has 4 deaths and Falas has 6, and Puskari has 26 kills and Falas has 24. So both with absolute massive games there from the scouts.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
an impressive stat from Proskari, considering he's the roamer scout, so he doesn't hit all the heals, and still he doesn't die. That's impressive. Like, and when you watch Lemming stats, you see Poison with like a solid 6k damage, but only 5 frags. So it's just like he had the good rebirths he mentioned when like he went on Toxic and surprised the other team, but he had completely no follow up.
It's usually like if you have a lot of damage and no kills, that's usually a sign of bad focus fire. It could just be that the flank is dead, so there's nothing to focus fire with, but it could also just be a lack of coordination, and that's probably what we can pin it on. But either way, it was kind of a foregone conclusion. I feel like 7 have been looking very strong. They've had a very strong start to the season, so they were just riding high off of a lot of confidence, and it showed. So. Sure. Let's run some advanced stats.
Oh boy.
How many frags will there be on the side of 7's half of the map? That's the real question, right?
Maybe Lemmings hasn't been helped by Mel with 3 frags, so like Oni could have outfragged his roamer. But yeah, okay.
All right. I know. Are the advanced stats up yet? I don't see anything. Right, these are just normal frags, right? Yeah, but we have a Melly going 3 for 20. That's pretty brutal. Both soldiers having really bad games, and that's usually something that happens when scouts have really good games on one team. The other team soldiers are usually having a really bad time.
Yeah, just basic math, basic TF2 math.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Here we go. All right. We're a bit behind. We don't have the things in the window, but let's see. It's overall very dominated by blue, as we would expect. We see some small dents on the red side, where I think there was some last holds and one good Uber fight from Lemmings. I don't know if you have anything to add here. Like anything that sticks out to you?
We just see Puskari very dominant on mates, like Puskari and Talash, just like Scout just rolled.
Yeah, Puskari had that one mid in particular, which he basically carried, where he just went in and killed Honey on like 98% Uber. That was really strong. Frags presented by se7en. Kind of surprisingly even, I'd say. It's less one-sided than I thought it was actually going to be, with 12 and 4%. So we have one last-ish push coming up.
One attempt who went poorly, but yeah, that's just what we saw. se7en being really dominant on mid, having a lot of successful pushes on last, and basically they just did whatever you have to do if you want to be a good team. We could see a fat 0% conversion rate on the Lemmings side.
Yeah, it's very strong, and the 0% conversion rate. That's a rough number right there. They had one really good shot where they went in with 2 players before they got Uber, and then they lost 2, and then they had Uber and they were 4 on 6, and then they got kind of pushed out. So that was pretty tragic. But they tried. Net kills, not surprisingly, Puskar is at the top of that. Captain also doing really well. Actually, oh my god, all those 6s. Okay.
Wow. That's dominant.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm kind of surprised Sorg didn't do better. He usually does really well. Actually, he did fine.
But yes, he had a decent game, but what can you do when you're not a one-man army? You just can't do anything by yourself.
Yeah, the kills doing Uber a lot better for se7en. So not a big surprise. There's a lot of Uber advantages and pushes, and so of course the post kills Uber and doing push just was just really bad for Lemmings. So